Hey everyone, it's Rashida and Marshall. Thank you so much for tuning back in to another video with me. And if it's your first time, welcome. Be sure to hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all future videos. Today we're going to be going through a Pilates mat flow. This will be for all levels, so I'll make sure to provide different cueing and modifications so that you can tailor the movement to what feels and works best for your body. Equipment wise, we won't be using any props. It'll just be yourself and the mat. So go ahead and get yourself set up and get comfortable, and we'll jump right in. So we're going to find ourselves starting upright to get us started, relaxing the shoulders, lifting tall through the crown of the head, and finding even weight on all sides of the feet. On your next exhale, you're going to bring chin to chest and begin to round forward towards the ground, shifting the weight onto the heels. Let the head be heavy, shoulders and arms are heavy as you rock the body here from left to right, releasing the lower back. We bring it back to center. Inhale breath rounds us up to standing with control. And then on your next exhale, we'll take it into our second forward fold. So same thing as you begin to let the head drape forward, allow the shoulders to round as you melt down towards the mat. This time, maybe you create small rotations in each direction, so maybe 3 to one side, and then bringing it back around for 3 in the opposite direction. Again, keeping that soft bend in the knees as you're folded here, and taking what you need. We bring it back to center. Inhale, breath rounds you back up to your upright position. With control, we have one more. So again, on that exhale, chin to chest, round the body down towards the mat. This time, maybe you have a deeper bend in the knees, bending the elbows as well and cupping them in the palms, and then again, rocking from left to right. Also, feel free to straighten the legs here or bend one knee after another if that feels good. We're going to bring the palms to meet the mat. Let's walk ourselves out into a plank position. We find a long line of energy from the crown of the head to the heels. Press the ground away from you, lift the rib cage and sternum, and keep that strong plank position without letting the hips drape down towards the mat. On your exhale, you're going to lower the knees down onto the mat, shoulders over the wrists and hips over the knees. Inhale as you tilt tailbone and head up, and then exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. And then again for 2 as you inhale. And exhale as you lift ribcage and sternum, round the spine. Let's do 2 more. Really connecting to your breath as you float through this. And then last one as we inhale. And exhale, chin to chest, rounding the spine. We bring it back to our neutral position and then press back into a child's pose, really sending the hips back as you reach the fingers forward onto the mat and resting the head down. On your next inhale, walk the palms in toward the knees, and then we're going to swivel our feet from underneath us to find ourselves in a seated position. So knees are going to be bent and feet are flat on the mat. For our half roll downs here, so extending the arms out by the side. Shoulders are relaxed. On your inhale, chin to chest as you round the body back towards the mat. Pause, exhale, deepen into the belly, and then we lift. And then again for 2 as you inhale, round the spine. Exhale with control as you bring yourself back up and then lift to your upright position. Let's do one more just like that, really reaching through the fingertips and keeping the feet evenly grounded and rooted on the mat. Our next one, we add a rotation, so we inhale, round back. Exhale, extend and float the left arm out to the side. Inhale, draw it back in. Exhale, deepen into the belly and lift. And then again, we inhale, round and pause. Exhale that right arm out to the side as you follow it. Inhale back to center. Exhale, deepen into the belly and bring yourself back up. So take it through one more on each side. Really controlling the move, rounding back to your potential. And you can also stick with the first version of the movement if you'd rather not add that rotation. So finishing our last one here. We draw that arm back in on our inhale, and then exhale, and we lift. Our next one is going to bring us down onto the mat, so I'm just going to get situated here for that, and then begin to round the spine down with control. As you bring yourself fully into a reclined position, and then you can float the hands down by the side, and let's go ahead and take it into our bridging. So reach the hands long onto the mat, really pressing the palms down, reaching for the heels so shoulders stay rooted. Inhale and then exhale, begin to curl the hips up off the mat. and then round the spine down with control. And then again, we inhale and then exhale, curl the pelvis and lift the hips, and then round down on that exhale. Continue to move through this. Every time the hips are lifted, think of a long line of energy from the knees all the way to the shoulders. Pressing the feet down, trying to keep the knees from flaring out to the sides, so keeping that control. On this last one, we stay lifted. You're going to inhale, float the arms up to the ceiling, and then exhale as they lift overhead. Inhale, draw them back up towards the ceiling, and exhale, press them down. And then again for 2. So really getting that nice reach without shrugging the shoulders. So notice how this feels. And then you can definitely just keep the hands down and focus on holding the hips. After this last one, palms come down. Go ahead and round the hips back onto the mat. Take a few windshield wipers here, allowing the knees to fall from left to right. We're going to move into some pelvic stability exercises, so we'll start with single leg lifts. As you exhale, float one leg off the mat, maintaining that bent knee shape, and then we float from left to right. Inhale as you lower, exhale as you draw the knee in. So as you float through this, the key is to, again, maintain the shape of the bent knee. Try not to let the thigh collapse in towards the belly and prevent the calf from falling down towards the hamstrings. We have one more here. As you exhale, draw the knee in. Inhale, float it down. Now you're going to lift both legs up to a tabletop position. Let's do a double leg lift and lower. So inhale as you lower the legs to your potential. Exhale as you float them back up. The feet may tap the mat here. They may hover. The key is to keep your rib cage from flaring and your lower back from arching. We have one more here. Inhale, lower, exhale, draw them up. And then you're going to float the legs one at a time back down to the mat. From here, we're going to float the hands behind the back of the head. Elbows stay wide. We'll do some chest lifts. Inhale as you're reclined. Exhale, deepen into the belly and curl up. Inhale, lower, and exhale, lift. So again, checking in with the lower body, making sure those knees stay steady. Keeping the elbows wide, really deepening into the powerhouse to curl you up. Our next one, we add an optional single leg lift. So inhale as you're flat, exhale, curl up and lift one leg. Let's do one more each side. And you can also keep the feet down if that feels better as well. Our next 4, we add a double leg lift. Exhale, float up and lift both the knees off the mat. Inhale as you melt back down. And then again for 2, as you exhale, curl up with control, inhale and lower. Let's take it through 2 more. Maybe you stay with the single leg lifts or feet flat, so choosing the version that works best for you. We lower after this last one, removing the hands from behind the head. We're going to float the legs up to a tabletop, so one at a time or both. Lift the arms up towards the ceiling as you inhale, exhale, curl up. We move into our 100 as you inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale. And exhale, strong pump of the arms. Continue to deepen into the belly and curl up. Keep the legs lifted. Nice flow of your inhale and exhale. So we're halfway. Maybe you lengthen the legs to 45 degrees if that feels good. Maintaining that control as you continue to inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale. And exhale. We are almost there, so continue that smooth flow of the breath. Keeping that lift, we pause, and then exhale as you melt back down, draw the knees in, and rest the head. We're going to lengthen the legs out onto the mat to prepare for our roll-up. So you'll inhale and lift the arms up toward the ceiling. Exhale, curl, and peel the back off the mat to lift you up. So I'm going to get situated here so I have some space, and then we'll flow through that. Arms are lengthened. As you inhale, round the spine down here. And then we exhale, curl and lift, reaching forward as you draw the belly in. Inhale as you melt down with control, and then exhale as you begin to curl back up. So reaching through the heels, keeping those legs active with the ankles flexed. Really controlling the move. You can also bend the knees slightly if that assists you in this movement. Let's continue to flow through that as you exhale, curl, Inhale, melt yourself back down. And then we're going to go ahead, plant the hands by the sides and take it into our one leg circle. So I'm going to, again, get my body back onto the mat fully. Let's float one leg up into the air. We'll start with the right leg. Inhale as you cross that leg over. Exhale, circle around and lift. And then again for 2. Inhale as it crosses. Exhale around and up. 2 more, making that circle as big or small as you want. And that bottom leg is active. We pause and reverse your circle. So same thing, just taking it in the opposite direction. Hips and shoulders stay rooted down on the mat as you create those rotations. And then here's our last one. We pause, slide that bottom leg in, bending the knee, float the arms up. We're going to inhale, lower arms and legs, exhale, curl up. And again, inhale, exhale, lift. For 3, we have 3 more here, getting that nice flow. And exhale up, reaching the hands up. And then after that final one, lift arms and legs. We float the palms down, lengthen that bent knee, and now we scissor the feet to switch, taking it right into our one leg circle on the other side. So again, inhale, cross over the midline, exhale, circle around and lift. Bottom leg is active, upper body stays steady and rooted on the mat. We pause here, reverse your circle. Again, that rotation is as big or small as long as you're able to control that movement. Last 2. And then here's our last one. We pause here, slide that bottom leg in, bending the knee, arms lift. Go ahead and inhale as you lower arms and legs, exhale, curl and lift. And again, inhale, exhale, up. And 3, exhale, lift. Last 3 here, finding that control. Last 2, exhale, reach. Here's your last one. After that final one, we float the arms back up and then bring them back down by the hips. Lengthen that leg back out onto the mat and then lower the lifted leg. Float the arms up on your inhale, exhale, curl, and find an upright position. We're going to slide our seat towards our feet, creating a tight ball formation, and then hovering the toes off of the mat. Palms are cupping the front of the ankles, spine is rounded, chin to chest, for our rolling like a ball. Inhale as you rock back. Exhale, find that control as you hold yourself up top. And again, inhale, exhale, lift. And again for 3, rocking to the tips of the shoulder blades and pause. For 4, really deepening into the belly as you control this. Here's our last one. After that, we hold, bring the hands over to the left leg, extend your right leg out long, curl onto the mat for your single leg stretch as you draw the legs in and switch. Think of a bow and arrow as you alternate from left to right, lengthening the leg to 45, and then that knee draws in tight towards the center of the body. We stay lifted through the powerhouse. Continuing that flow, we pause, moving into our double leg stretch. Inhale, reach arms and legs. Exhale, bring it into center. And then again for 2, and exhale in. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, scoop and bring it in. And again for 4. So again, really reaching long through the body from the toes all the way through the fingertips. Stay lifted. Continue to flow with your breath. And we inhale, exhale, bring it into center. And then we pause here. Let's lengthen the legs up to the ceiling, grab behind the thigh, calf, or ankle of one, and then move into your scissors as you draw the legs in. And pull, pull, switch, pull, pull. So taking that nice little tug of the leg as you bring it in, adding to that hamstring stretch as you move through this ab series exercise. Stay lifted, deepen into the powerhouse, connect to your breath, continue to flow through this movement. We pause, draw the knees in, rest head, neck, and shoulders if it feels good. For our lower lift, we're going to place the hands either by the sides of the body or underneath the lower back. So notice which version would feel best for you. Legs are going to lengthen to the ceiling. With the toes pointed, we're going to lower down towards the mat for a count of 3, 2, 1. Exhale, flex and lift. And then again, inhale, 2, 3. Exhale as you lift. We have one more with that count, taking it down for 1, 2, 3. Exhale for 1. We pause, reverse that count, lower for 1, exhale, lift, 2, and 3. And then again. So as you move through this, lowering the legs to your potential. We have one more here, controlling the movement. And then after that final one, we lower the legs to 45, float the hands behind the back of the head, curl up, draw one knee in as you twist, and then we work through our crisscross here. So legs come back into tabletop as we move through this. Think of bringing the rib cage or the armpit towards the leg instead of bringing the elbow, so trying not to turn it into a bicycle crunch. And after this final one, we pause, draw the knees in, melt the head down. I know that's a nice break after our ab series. We're going to release the hands from off of the knees, extend those legs up, lower them with control or slide them onto the mat if that feels better. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, curl yourself up to an upright position. We move into our spine stretch forward, feet are hip distance, ankles flexed, arms lengthened out in front. Inhale as you curl the body forward. Exhale as you stack the spine and lift. And then again for 2, draw the belly in as you reach the fingers long. Exhale, bring it up. And again for 3, as you inhale, reach, and exhale, stack the spine. So continue to flow through that. We bring it all the way back up here. Last one, inhale as you reach, draw the belly in, exhale, bring it back upright. We move into our open leg rocker, so draw the feet in. Go ahead and place the palms behind the thighs, the calves, or the ankles. Knees can be bent or legs extended, so you can challenge it with the legs lifted and arms lifting higher. Round the spine, just like our rolling like a ball, curl up and find that hold. And then again, inhale, rock back, exhale, deepen into the belly and pause. So you can also play around with the positioning of the feet. If you'd like to lengthen the legs, if you started with bent knees, see if that feels good, finding that same control. After that final one, draw the feet together, lengthen the arms, curl down with control, palms by the side. I'm going to get resituated here as we bring it into our corkscrew. So feet are zipped in tight towards one another, toes are pointed. You're going to inhale, circle the legs to the left, exhale as they scoop around to the right and back up. And then again, inhale, reverse that circle. And then for 3, inhale as they shift to the left, exhale, scoop them around and up. And then reverse, inhale, exhale as they draw through center, around and up. On the next few, you can lift the hips if you'd like, as I'm going to do here, as you curl the hips up with control and round them down. And then again, exhale as they come up and lift the hips. We have 2 more just like that. You can definitely just keep the hips down on the mat if that feels more manageable. So choosing the version that feels best for you. And after this last one, we're going to bend the knees in towards center and then take it into some windshield wipers here. So just allowing the knees to fall from left to right, or maybe taking any stretch that feels good for the moment. From here, we're going to float the feet up to tabletop, bring heels together, toes apart, and take it into frog presses. Inhale out, exhale, draw the knees in. And then again for 2. And draw them in on that exhale and press for 3, thinking of your feet being in the leg springs, so really controlling it. And draw it in. And then we press out for 5 on your inhale. Exhale, bring it in. On this last one, keep the legs lengthened, tap the heels for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, we pause, feet parallel and flutter. 4, 3, 2, 1, back to your V and tap. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, flutter. For 4, 3, 2, 1, and pause, draw the knees in and take a quick breath there. Lengthen the legs back up and then float them down onto the mat with control. We're going to inhale the arms up to the ceiling or behind the head. Exhale as you peel the back off the mat and lift. Getting situated for our saw here, feet are hip distance, ankle flex, arms out to the T. Inhale, rotate and fold forward. Exhale, lift and bring it back to center. And inhale, twist and fold. Exhale, lift and back to the front. So lifting the rib cage off of the pelvis as you rotate here. Back palm turns up toward the ceiling every time you take that fold forward. And continue to draw the belly in as you round forward towards the feet. Finishing our last one here. We pause back in center, float arms and legs in towards each other. Melt yourself back down as you round the spine onto the mat. You're going to float those hands down by the sides and let's turn ourselves over and bring ourselves onto our belly for our Swan Sequence. So pressing all 10 toes into the mat, palms are by the rib cage, head is down. Inhale as you press the palms into the mat, stretch the front of the body, and then exhale as you melt down. And then again for 2. Inhale as you lift, rooting the shoulders down the back, exhale and lower. Let's do 2 more here. Lifting to your potential, so notice what height feels best for you. Last one, inhale up, exhale, melt down. Now we're going to extend those arms out in front of us onto the ground. We're going to inhale, float upper body up, bend the elbows, draw them back, extend, exhale, melt. And then again for 2, inhale, stretch the front of the body, bend the elbows, squeeze shoulder blades, lengthen and lower. Last one here, before we add a variation, we lengthen the arms and lower. Next one, we lift arms and legs, bend the elbows, lengthen, exhale, melt down. And then again for 2, we lift the body and then we lower. And then here's our last one. You're going to inhale, lift, bend the elbows, lengthen, stay up as you flutter for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then we pause, stay lifted, and melt down. Bring the palms by the rib cage as you go ahead and press back into a child's pose, taking that nice release as you press the hips back and then creep the fingers forward on the mat. We're going to bring it into our side lying leg series, so go ahead and laying yourself down on one side. Bring the feet to the front corner of the mat. We lift one leg, ankle flexed. Inhale as you draw that leg in towards you, and then exhale as you kick it back. And then again for 2. Inhale, flex, exhale, point, and draw it behind you. We have 3 more. Think of keeping the hips stacked over one another, shoulders are stacked, and you want to stay pretty steady in the upper body as that leg floats forward and backwards. After that final one, we take it over the bottom leg, we lift it up for 2, and then lower for 2. Inhale, 1, 2, and exhale. So reaching through that heel, very controlled lift and lower. Last 3, and down for 2, and lower, last 1, and down. We pause here, ankle stays flexed, and then we take it up and down for single lifts for 3, and lower, lift 4. Last 4, and down for 3. Inhale up 2, and 1. We stay reaching through the heel here, take it into small circles for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, pause and reverse, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we take it into pulses, really controlled for 3, 2, 1, and pause. Let that leg fall over. Take a nice stretch. I know that always feels good because it's a nice burn, right? So from here, roll onto your belly. Go ahead and rest the forehead down on the back of the hands. We bring heels together, toes apart. Lift the feet for heel beats. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift a little higher. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and melt the feet down. You're going to go ahead, bring it on to the other side. So I'm just going to go ahead and flip-flop here, but you guys can just roll over onto the other side so we can do our leg series again. So once you get situated, bringing the feet to the front corner of the mat, you're going to lift the top leg, ankle is flexed. Inhale as you float that foot in towards you. Exhale, point and draw it back. And then again for 2. Inhale, draw it forward. Exhale, scoot behind you. Again, body stays steady. Lifting the side of the body. Try not to slouch down into the mat, but really keep the core engaged and lengthen through the crown of the head. We bring it back into our lift for 2 and lower for 2. Inhale, 1, 2, exhale, 3, 4. Keeping that reach through the heel, really controlling that movement. Upper body stays steady. Breathe through this. And then we have our single lifts as we inhale, draw up, and exhale, lower. And for 3. Inhale, lift for 4. 4 more with control. Last 3. And 2. And 1. We keep that leg hovered here, small circles. 4, 3, 2, and reverse back around for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We pause, small pulses. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then melt that leg down, taking that nice release. We're going to give ourselves a really nice stretch here, so go ahead and find yourself on your back. Again, I'm just going to get resituated. And from here, bend one knee over the thigh of the opposite leg. You can stay in this position, or maybe you draw that leg in towards you, that whole shape, and deepen the stretch. And then when you're ready, switching over to the other side, same exact thing. Really getting that nice stretch after that side lying leg series. We're going to move into our teaser, so lower the legs back down onto the mat, getting set up here. We're going to start with the modified version, but feel free to go into your full teaser if you would like. Starting with one leg lengthened, inhale, float the arms, exhale, curl up and reach toward the toes. Inhale as you melt down. We're going to switch the feet. And then exhale, same thing, peeling the back off the mat, reaching forward. We inhale, melt down, draw both the knees in towards the chest now. And then as you exhale, curl up, reaching the hands forward. Knees can be bent if you'd like. Inhale, melt down, reach the arms overhead. Exhale as you curl into that teaser. And then again, rounding the spine as you articulate back on that inhale. Exhale as you curl up, deepen into the belly, proud chest. Maybe you lengthen the legs. And then we add some arm lift and lowers here as you lift up and down for 3. We pause, round back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl into your teaser. So I'm not doing the arm lifts here, but you can definitely add them in again. We melt back. We are almost done with the teaser. Inhale, exhale as we curl up for that last one. And then we're going to lower the legs down onto the mat and then press forward into an upright position. We're going to bring it onto one hip as we prepare for a kneeling side bend. So placing the palms down, shoulder over the wrist, hip over the knee, and we float one arm up. We're going to inhale the leg up, exhale, lower to tap the mat. If it feels more comfortable to keep the foot down or just keep it extended, you can maintain one of those positions as well. We're going to hold it up after this last one, small circles for 4, 3, 2, and then reverse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to lower that leg, slide your bottom one for a full side plank. Inhale, float the arm up. Exhale, lower the knee and scoop up and over. And then again, inhale as you plant the palm down, scoop up. And then exhale as you lower and stretch up with the opposite arm into your mermaid. One more here. Inhale, press up and lift. Exhale as you lower the hip down, take that arm up for your stretch. And then we float the hand back to meet the mat. You can use your teaser to switch you to the other side. And then we get set up here, same exact thing. So we have that palm planted down, shoulder over the wrist, leg is extended. Inhale that arm up to the ceiling. And then we float that leg up as we flex and inhale, exhale, point, lower down. And then again for 2, lift for 3. And 4. Last 2 here, inhale, exhale, lower. Last one is you lift and hold it, small circles, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and pause as you reverse. The side body is strong, upper body is steady, continue that length and reach. From here, lower that leg, bottom leg slides as you inhale the arm up over the head, exhale, lower the hip, and reach the arm over for your mermaid. And then again for 2, inhale, press up, reach the arm overhead. Exhale as you lower the hip with control, trying to find your flow as you go through this. Last one is you press the hip toward the ceiling, side body is strong. Exhale, lower down, reach up into your mermaid stretch. And then we lower the arm down and prepare for our leg pull down. So we bring it into an all fours position, tuck the toes and lift the knees, coming into a plank position here. Feel free to stay in this position, or you can lift one leg as you shift forward, back, forward, pause, switch the feet, and then take it back, forward, back. We pause and switch, and then again shift forward. 2, 3, hold and switch. Last one. And then lower that leg. And after our last one, we're going to lower the knees for our leg pull-up. So we have 2 ways to get into it. You can swivel around, find yourself in a seated position, press the palms and lift the hips. And then you can also do the advanced version here where you take it into this rotation-like movement where you stay lifted. So choosing the one that feels best for you. Once you get there, hips are lifted, really pressing. Feel free to hold it right here as you find length from the head to the heels. And then you can also alternate as you lift one leg after the other, keeping the hips lifted toward the ceiling, pressing the palms down, and then we lower the hips with control as we exhale. Take an inhale here, exhale as you curl and lift the hips. Again, maybe you hold it, or maybe you add that alternating leg lift, 2 on each side. After your last one, again, round the hips with control. And then take a nice forward fold towards the feet, if that feels good. And after you take that stretch, we're going to go ahead and turn ourselves around, find ourselves on all fours, and we're going to move into a plank very quickly just to bring us onto our feet. So once you get set up, go ahead and lift the hips and walk the hands in towards the feet, round the spine up with control, the same way that we did in our beginning movements. And then again, inhale, round the spine, walk the palms out here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Optional push-up here, or you can hold your plank. Knees can be down or up. We lift ourselves back up, walk the palms in with control. 4 movements ideally, and then round all the way up. And then again for 2, inhale, round forward. We walk out here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Maybe you take 2 push-ups. Maybe you hold your plank. Again, knees down or up. Bring the palms back in, round the spine with control. And then we have our last one here as you bring chin to chest. Round forward, upper body's heavy. Walking it out here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Maybe it's 3 push-ups, maybe it's your plank. Whatever feels best. And then when you're ready, lift the hips, walk the palms in. We round the spine up with control. And then once we make it there, big inhale as you lift the arms up overhead, and exhale as you lower. And then again for 2, inhale, lift, and exhale. Final one, inhale, lift the arms to the ceiling. Exhale as you lower down, stay lifted through the crown of the head. And we are done. Good work. All right, everyone. So we are done. I hope that you enjoyed that routine and that it felt good for you and that you feel lengthened and taller and able to breathe more and all of the great things that Pilates helps for us to experience once we're done. So as always, thank you so much for checking out this video. Be sure to take a look at some of the other videos that are on my channel. And again, if you are not subscribed yet, be sure to do so. So I'll see you all soon. Have a good one.